Welcome back, guys. So I'm just waiting for you to tune in here, but we can see that the Nasdaq did not have any progress above 750. It's a bear market. It's really selling off after yesterday's news. We are back again to the overall lows, right? So overall lows is currently 630, and these lows got hit at yesterday's news, right? So massive selling pressure. It actually sold off with over 1,000 points. I want to see if this is gonna push up because there might be some room for long after this crazy reaction down. I'm not saying that we cannot short the market. I'm just saying we have to be a little careful here because it's already sold off a lot. But Nasdaq sold off 1,000 points from highs, and we see DAX sold off almost also 1,000 points. So overall, 1,000 points down. That's what I expected. That's what I have been waiting for. Of course, I did not hold overnight, but on my other live account, I managed to, on the copy trading account where you can copy my trades, I managed to take some shorts there. So let's see, it's very hard when we have no like really progress, really confirmation. It's very interesting to see where the market is actually going to go. So resistant at 950. I'm trying to figure out the exact direction for the market because it could sell back to lows of 500 today. It could also push up, but we want to make sure we're not doing the same mistakes. So Nasdaq looks very weak, and DAX also looks very weak. But it could easily push back to here. It could easily push back to here. So I just have to be careful and be aware of the risk. The risk is that it's going to push back to 22,100 or even higher, right? And the upside for a short is it might going to push back to 800. And I know that it could push back to 555, but let's just wait for clear confirmation here. And then we can make a whole fortune shorting the market or going long. So Nasdaq is also a weak sign here, but again, it could push up a lot. Let's just check the news today. We have initial claims, continuous claims, not going to say that much. Regarding Ford factory, we don't have that much going on. Unemployment claims, yeah. So not a lot. We will see where the market is going to head. Very, very volatile, okay? So be careful. It's showing some higher highs and higher lows. It's showing some sort of support, but we're still willing to see lower lows. But again, it's very tough when you see these massive reaction because there might come a reaction the other way, right? So when you see a reaction down, you might also see a reaction up. So that's what we're trying to not predict, but react on. my overall target for the Nasdaq on a short term was around 700, and we already went down to that. We might see some reaction on Nvidia. Not really. There might be easy points here. I might consider going for a light short. But again, it could easily push back to 22,100 or even higher. So you have to be very careful and consider the risk. I could do a lighter short position. So what I'm looking at right now, and my strategy is just to find momentum and to find the direction in the market. Right now you can see we have some support. The market want to push again. It's just trying to figure out if it's strong enough to push, and there's not that big price action. Like, you could see that there is some progress, and we obviously pushed from 640 to 890 or like 900. So we obviously pushed some points. We pushed 370 points, something like that. But will we see progress? I could consider going for a light long and have a very tight stop loss. But again, then I want to see progress above maybe 62, and then take maybe it back to 22,000. But again, it could easily stop us out, so it could easily come back to 800. But I'll go for a long if we can push up now. But let's see here. It's very risky, so it's going to be a light position because it could easily sell below 850, and it could easily start selling off Nasdaq. And then you will also see a very weak DAX, so I would be very careful going short here. We see it's trying to recover and it's getting rejected, so there's a big chance that it might going to sell below 800. So I would rather go for a short, but I'm not going that in heavy. I really want to go in heavy, and I want to make sure that I can hold it, but I have to figure out the exact direction for the market. And right now, in my opinion, DAX is still too overbought. We should be trading around 20,000 or 21,000. We shouldn't be trading around these areas here. Something is wrong with my data feed. I'm not super sure. Let's see here. I might consider going for a short here. I will open a light short position here. It's currently trading at, I was thinking about opening a short at, here, let's move this one up here. I was thinking about opening a short position at 811, and now we're just pushing again. Wow. So I'm currently short. You have to be a little careful here because it could easily push back. So it's a risky play, and I'm also in light. I got stopped out there for no reason. I'll get that back very quick. It's like, I don't know if my screen is lacking, like something is wrong here. Like, but I'm gonna go in for a short again here. Going for a short here at 36. Wow, it's very volatile. Let's see here. going on with these screens here? It could really push up to 900 again. Let's see if it's going to sell off. We might see a push because of a crazy reaction down. I think I'm going to move my stop loss back to 902 and then just hold this short here for now. My target for this short here is going to be 750. It's very risky. The market should be giving us live data soon. But it's pushing. The price action is just bad currently, and they could really push the market, so I really have to respect that. But again, for me, it's more short. I want to take it short back to the previous lows that we got at 560. I know that's not my style, and I'm not going to hold all the way back, but I can at least hold to 750 maybe. But let's see, it could also push. But Nasdaq looks weak. It's very risky right now, and there's no like really progress on the DAX. DAX is just pushing crazy. So I'm not super sure where we're gonna head on the DAX so far. I consider adding to this one here. So the direction on the short term is actually up. We have great support at 800. Once we start selling off, I would like to add to the short. I just don't feel it today. It's not that I'm listening to like that I don't feel it. No, I'm just not like, I just don't like the price action. I just don't like how it moves, and it's like very risky. But again, I'm still short. On the first trade, I lost unnecessarily. It went up, it pushed up, but it's just like very risky. It's not really moving anywhere. You can see like Nasdaq is like super volatile, and Nasdaq is actually selling off, and it's actually showing a downtrend, and it might gonna come back today. And we can see that DAX is actually holding for like no reason. So that's why I'm actually holding a short. I'm currently down 12k for 14k, and it's keep pushing on the short term. And they could push it back. They just went back to 22,000. Not today, but it came from higher levels. Wow. Like, what the fuck? So Nasdaq is actually selling off. It's about to break below 850. And we can just see DAX is just pushing like crazy for no reason. It could push to 950. It could push to even 22,030. And we have to respect that it might push. Wow. DAX is very volatile, but you can see the bar over here got stopped out. What the fuck? That's not gonna work. I'm gonna re-enter short on this one here. That's a great morning. But it's because of my charts, like they super weird right now. Like, I mean, they not moving like, but I think my Wi-Fi should be fine. Okay, then I just have to work and get this one back here, but I'll do that. I'll get it back. I just have to figure out the exact direction, and then I will be fine. So DAX is pushing, holding great support. It just pushed almost 100 points. Wow. So I took 2 trades so far. I lost both trades. It is what it is. I went with the market. It consolidated. It had great support, and now we just see a big push again. It's going to be interesting to see how much this market is really going to push. I think they will push it back to 950 or even higher. But the trend is very clear, and it's pointing up right now. So I can always take it short once we hit maybe 75 or 22,000. Let's see here. I could consider going in for a light short. Very stupid. Not super happy. But at least I managed to cut losses. I managed to lose under 1%, so that's fine. I'll start going in for a light short here. It's currently trading at 56. Wow. Everything is just going against me right now. It's going to be interesting to see how high this is going to push. They could push it to 22,000 or even higher. Big push again. Waiting for it to break below again. Right now we're just pushing. I think they're gonna push it to 22,050. So it's a little risky play here. It's a little risky trade, but I just know that there's a very big chance for it to come back to 800 or even lower. Again, be careful. They could push it even to 600. They really want to push the market. They don't want to let the market sell off that easily, and you can see it's very strong. What the fuck? Got stopped out again. Oh. Getting ready for shorting here. I think they're gonna push it to 22,050, but let's see here. I'll start going for light short again here at 88. It could sell off now, but let's see. Currently short. So it just rallied 190 points. And they might push it higher. Let's see here. We really need to see some progress below. Wow. Moving my stop loss up again here. I don't want to get stopped out again. But it's a very strong push, both on DAX. Everything is just pushing like insane. This is completely insane. Will they really push the market all the way back again? That's a lot. But I planned to go long, and that was my first trade, right? The first trade was a long. No, that was a short, okay. It's very rare I lose these numbers here, but it's just keep pushing. I'd like to add to this short here soon. But again, we have to be very careful here because they could really push the market because we saw this huge reaction down. So we have to be very careful of going short here. Like they could really push the market. They don't care about us. we saw 600 points down, so of course we see a reaction back. So I've been trading for 24 minutes. I've been taking 3 trades. Now this is my fourth trade. I went against the market. It keep pushing. We have to be very careful here. It could push another 50 or even 100 points, or it could push all the way back to 650 or even higher. So we just have to be extremely careful, like of hoping for something to happen, okay? Because we just got 3 losing trades in a row for like really no reason. I could have made 200k, but instead I'm losing 100k for no reason. So we just have to understand the volatility. I'm only going in at a time with 50%. So every time it push 100 points, like I'm not losing that much. In money wise I am, but I'm not percentage wise. But I'm still short. It looks like we could have some new highs here, and we could have some new resistance. But again, that's just until we're gonna have a new push. It sold off from 650. Overall, it sold off from 23,500 and all the way down to 21,550. So of course we will see a reaction back, and they will try to push the market, and that's what we're seeing right now. That's what's going to happen. Big push again here. Again, they could really push the market. So I really have to respect that they could push it to 200, or they could even push it higher. Again, why would they sell off the market when we see such a big push? What they want to do is they want to push the market all the way back. It's just a matter of how high they will push it. But let's see, I'm still short. I currently have my stop loss at 100. I could consider going in for a new short here. Again, it could push to 250. We have to be careful here. So we did not see that much progress above 50. We do not see any really progress above 50. It's very tricky here. But again, why would it not just go to 100, or why would it not just go to 250? Why would it not just push another 200 points? So that's why I'm not adding to this one. I'm first going to add when we see big red candles and I see this really going to sell back again. So I'm not adding to this negative position here. I'm first going to add when I really see that we start selling off, because right now we have over 250 points down, so there's enough room for me to add. I would say once we break below my entry for short, I will consider adding. And I see some resistance at 50, and it also have to stop at some point. Same with the Nasdaq. We see it pushed from lows of 650 to 850. That was the lows for 30 minutes ago, and then it just pushed to 960, and then we see a reaction back. So many traders, they hope for something to happen. They hope for it to push up to new highs and to push everything back, and they could, but it's just not realistic. I think it's going to come back to 21,500. It's just a matter of time. I'll add to this short here once I get confirmation. I'm pretty confident that we can make everything back very quick that we just lost. That's 100% possible, okay? So everything will be fine. we just have to give it some good time here. If we come all the way back to here with that position I have here, then I have made enough. I mean, there's 250 points and I'm in with 500, and I will make 125, and I think I lost 69 or something like that. But again, let's don't hope, let's don't predict, let's react. If the market starts selling off and we see progress on the Nasdaq as well, then we could go more short and we can add to the short. But for now, we don't want to be adding because it could easily push up to 100 or come back. Remember, it came from 650, so we need to have that numbers in mind, that it could come back. So let's just don't hope for something to happen, and let's don't add to something that's so strong. It just pushed from 915 to 930, so in 15 minutes it pushed over 250 points, actually 256 points, 57 points. Again, it could push back, it could rally to 100, it could even rally to 200, and then I'm just going to stop trading for this morning, and then I'll just come back to it later and I'll gain everything back as I always do. Or we don't want to keep going short and then it just keep going up all the way back to 600. What we want to do is we want to make sure that we're taking the right trade on the right side, and right now here is there's no side. I'm not saying it's going to go up, I'm just saying we have to be a little careful here. Big push on DAX. It's insane that we do not get any reaction down, to be honest. Nasdaq is weak, Nasdaq is not showing any progress above. We might see some selling pressure on DAX, but again, let's not add. We can make a hell of a lot of money if we are right on this one here. I mean, I could probably make $1 million on this one here, or even more. Probably think I could make 2 million on this one here, like for real. Not if I do the wrong things, but if I do the right things, I will, because I will just add when direction is clear, and then I'll just move my stop losses down and I'll do right risk management. So because I've lost three trades in a row, it doesn't mean that I cannot gain everything back or even more. I just have to figure out what I did wrong and then do the right things. So because of this push, we're going to have a reaction back, and that's what I'm going to react on. If we do not have a reaction back and it just keep pushing up, then of course I'll stop trading and I'll think twice about what will be the next move. Again, do not go short here, because again, it could push and you don't want to over leverage, you don't want to put too much size on when it's against the trend, right? So right now it's pointing up, it's showing strong momentum, so you don't want to be going in here, because it could push to 250, it could push to 500, or it could even push to 750 or even higher. It could push to 23,000. So you don't want to add to a short when the trend is going up. You want to be adding to the short when you see a big red candle instead of a big green candle. So a big red candle is a short when the direction is down. So once you're going in with a short, it have to really work and not going against you. But lots of progress here on the upside. Great to see the market is going to recover that quick. and a lot of orders just coming in here. A lot of traders, they wanna buy the market, and that's just great that they really wanna buy it, and they wanna live with hope, and they wanna live with. They really hope they can push the market back, and now they can buy it. So I know there's a lot of retail investors, there's a lot of like traders that want to try to push the market maybe back to 200. So I'm just gonna consider going for another short in an hour, or maybe go for a walk and then come back and then do another short and then make everything back or even more. What I can learn from today's session is I took too many trades in a row. I have to wait a little bit. So if I do one trade and it's not going down as I expect and it's pushing up, I should always wait. So it's very interesting what we see in the market. We see same 50 level after 10 minutes, after 15 minutes. We don't really see any big pushes. It's just really consolidating. Again, it could push up. I know that it could push a lot. We have to respect that. So I think I will call it here. I'll let you know if I go short again. I'm currently short. I could get stopped out on this one here. I know it sucks that we do not have any progress below and that the market is just pushing. But again, it is what it is. I have to respect it. I have to live with it. It's currently against the trend. I'll add to short when we break below 980. Then I'll add to short. And my target for the overall day is still going to remain 500. So 21,500 is still my target for this short here. And I do not plan to go out before I hit that one. Right now, I only have a 50% position. I could go up to 200%. I will let you know, but I'm still holding short. I have my stop loss just above the 100, and I'll let it be as it is right now. I know it's very bad, but that's how it is. Sometimes I cannot be perfect. And you can either, well, what you can do is learn from your mistakes and not make them again and again. Okay, so right now I'm not gonna go more short or move my stop loss. I'm gonna see what the market is gonna do. We see Nasdaq fakely pushed from 860 to like almost like 960. So they really want to push it up, but then we can see that it just sold from 950. This was the pre-market session 16 minutes ago, and it just sold from 950 to 880. So it's very negative. I think it's going to come down. So I don't want to take more of your time. I did 3 trades in a row against the market. I know, and you should also get everything back, and I'm gonna get more back. I'm gonna probably get 3 to 5 times more back than I lost from adding to short with a break below all the way back to at least 800. That's what I'm gonna do. Then I might exit, but my overall target is still gonna be 550. So only short right now. Gonna wait a little bit, give the market some time. I'll let you know exactly what I'm gonna do, but you know that I'm gonna hold it back to at least 800, and I would like to add with a break below here. So I'm currently short, down 23k on this one here, overall down probably 100k this morning. Yeah, so let's hold short. That's what I'm doing, and let's keep in touch. I'll see you at New York session, but again, it doesn't really matter for me this one here, because I know from experience that I will gain everything back. Yeah, I could have made a fortune from this long, but I did not. So now I'm just going to focus on getting everything back and more. And if it's going to push, it's going to push, and then I get stopped out, and then I'll go for a walk, and I'll come back to it later.